Welcome to Astana Times Now. I am your host, Amir Haidar. In this broadcast, we'll look at the recent Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe Roundtable on Afghanistan in the Kazakh capital, Kazakhstan's improved ranking in the latest Global Competitiveness Index, and a nationwide ecological campaign to plant 1 million trees, among other stories. Let's get started. Kazakhstan recently took another step in helping to achieve stability in Afghanistan. The Kazakh capital hosted a roundtable by the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, also known as the OSCE, to discuss ways to achieve stability and security in that nearby country.
The roundtable focused on fostering regional and international cooperation and brought together OSCE permanent representatives from dozens of countries, United Nations officials, Kazakh and Afghan government members. Kazakhstan has been active in helping stabilize Afghanistan. In recent years alone, the Kazakh government has allocated $3.5 million to build medical facilities, education centers, and roads and bridges in Afghanistan. Overall, it has provided more than $80 million worth of humanitarian assistance. Kazakhstan is in the final stages of realization of its flagship $50 million program to educate 1,000 Afghans at its best universities. And just a few days ago, the first group of Afghan female students arrived in Almaty to study under another Kazakhstan-initiated but EU-funded program to empower Afghan women. Participants of the recent roundtable noted Kazakhstan's contributions.
Kazakhstan is playing a bridge role and brokering dialogue between different worlds, different communities, different blocks of nations in the world to build peace and stability in the region and in the broader region. That constructive engagement gives Kazakhstan a leadership position, and now we're going to discuss exchange views and ideas about the future prospects of constructive engagement in and around Afghanistan. Connectivity is the name of the game. Economic prosperity is the essential objective, but for it to happen, to materialize, we must first help Afghanistan to build its national reconciliation and peace so that it can interact as a bridge between the worlds, between the regions, and becomes a center of investment and construction for viable, sustainable development in the greater region.
Kazakhstan moved up 4 spots to a global ranking of 55th on the latest World Economic Forum's Global Competitiveness Index. The index ranks 141 countries based on their drivers of long-term economic growth and productivity.
The index examines 12 key market components, such as infrastructure, macroeconomic stability, the labor market, and innovation capability. Countries are ranked in a number of categories based on those components. The index named Singapore the world's most competitive country, followed by the United States. Kazakhstan received its highest ranking in the shareholder governance indicator in the institutions category. Kazakhstan was also second most competitive economy in Eurasia after Russia. The report noted the region should focus more on financial development and innovation capability. The index also recommends countries engage in research and development, develop their workforces, invest in infrastructure, and encourage new technologies.
More than 700 tourism experts and mayors from 30 countries recently met in the Kazakh capital to discuss ways smart cities can solve urban challenges and increase tourism. They were gathered for the 8th United Nations World Tourism Organization Global Summit on Urban Tourism.
The summit participants agreed on 5 pillars that make a smart city and a smart destination. Those pillars are innovation, technology, accessibility, sustainability, and governance. In order to be deemed a smart city, say the experts, cities must use technologies in new and different ways. They say cities need to focus on inclusive development to ensure sustainability and attract more tourists.
This summit is concerning the smart cities and smart destination. So basically developing the tourism and taking it to the next phase, make it more sustainable, use innovations, technologies, and help basically destinations to tackle different challenges and make it more sustainable also and work with the communities. So it's great experience for both visitors and also the residents.
30% of cancer deaths are avoidable with a lifestyle change, according to the World Health Organization. To help increase that survival rate, the Kazakh capital recently hosted cancer control professionals, public health officials, UN agencies, and academics for the World Cancer Leaders Summit.
The summit focused on the importance of universal health coverage in cancer diagnosis and treatment. Participants noted that countries should ensure equal access to quality preventive and cancer treatment, develop people-centered health systems, and control non-communicable diseases.
I think here, just by looking at the room, you see so many different people, shapes, colors, sizes. We're all here. And we are all here for one reason. We want to make sure that every person, whoever they are, wherever they are, whatever their income level, has the chance to fight cancer, And that is why today it's an opportunity for all the participants to make sure they attend, learn, share experiences so they go back to their own countries and help advocate for global cancer control.
They say trees are the lungs of the earth, and Kazakhstan is about to breathe a little easier. The country has embarked on a nationwide campaign called Birge Taza Kazakhstan, meaning Together Clean Kazakhstan, to plant 1 million trees around the country.
The campaign got its start as a nationwide cleanup effort in July and has grown into a nationwide tree planting program. 600,000 trees were recently planted in the country's northern regions, and 400,000 more will be planted in southern Kazakhstan by the end of the fall season. The campaign also includes teaching school children about the need for greater environmental protection.
The initiative that we just started, we actually started it last week with the ecological hour that we had made in all schools, in every school in Kazakhstan. And during that ecological hour, we spoke with our kids about the nature, about the ecology, about water and electricity savings. So we think that it is very important to start talking to our kids. If we want to change something, if we want to change ourselves, we should start it with our kids.
Thank you for watching Astana Times Now. Stay tuned and we'll see you next week with the latest in Kazakh news.